Hi guys, November 29th, 2017. This is my commentary and thoughts on the recent tidal wave of sexual misconduct accusations. I've checked my politics at the door and I'm asking you to do the same for the purposes of this discussion. We seem to have forgotten a few things in our frenzy for justice. To begin with, we seem to have totally ignored what justice is supposed to mean in this country. We seem to be skipping from allegations straight to punishment without the constitutional protections that our forefathers fought and died for. There is no crime so heinous that our constitutional protections can be set aside. Everyone, I repeat everyone, has these protections regardless of the crime they are accused of. We all have the right to think as what we want, but thoughts are not proof. We have the right to due process, every one of us, the right to face our accusers, and the right to be proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt by a jury of our peers, before any punishment's dealt out, not after. But that's not what's happening here, is it? Accusations are being made, and people are losing their jobs, their elections, and their reputations are being destroyed on nothing more than accusations. We have no right to try and convict anyone in the media, even though that's what the left has been doing for decades. We are falling into that same lazy habit. Hell, if all it takes to prove guilt is an accusation and a few people to believe it, then what do we need the courts for? Why have judges and thousands of laws on the books? What's the purpose of having a justice system? We either love our Constitution or we don't. We cannot adore our favorite parts and ignore the parts that get in the way of our beliefs. That's how the liberals do it, not how patriots do it. Liberals have no problem using the courts to their advantage, as we've seen, but they have no respect for those same courts otherwise. You might feel that Al Franken is guilty because of some staged photos that were taken. If you actually look at the one photo of him supposedly groping a sleeping woman, he is actually not even touching her. Both of his hands are floating above her. That's not groping. That's making an ass out of yourself trying to be funny. As for the photos with Ariana Huffington and Joy, what's-her-name, those photos are consensual and staged. Both photos, all photos, both parties willingly posed for those professional shots. Those shots are not, I repeat, not evidence that Al Franken groped any unwilling women. None of them. And that's the truth, like it or not. Though those photos do not prove that Al Franken would grope a woman without permission. All it proves is that he has no problem staging, posing for such a photo. Al Franken needs to go, but not because of a few staged photos. Remember, the left thinks we should impeach our president based on the same kind of unproven BS and accusations. My point is, none of the accused, whether Republican or Democrat, have been proven guilty of anything yet. And Lena Dunham, I hate to tell you this, honey, but women can and do lie about rape. If there's to be any kind of justice for any real victims, it must be done the right way. It must be proven in a court of law, not the court of public opinion. If we conservatives and Christians allow this to continue because it suits our political views at the moment, then we're no better than the damn liberals. So what's it going to be, guys? The rule of law or mob rule? We need to decide, and we need to decide quickly. Because this is really getting out of hand. We have better things to focus on than who touched whose tit. Think about that.